Good morning. It's about 6 a.m. in the morning here at Smithers. So we're going to fly down to Vancouver, and then we're going to meet up with Elise and Tabitha, and then fly on to Edmonton. Once we're in Edmonton, we will be setting up for a presentation tonight in Edmonton. So see you there. Problem is I'm holding too much stuff. Okay, here we go. All right, so Tabitha, you ready for Edmonton?
I have 2 coffees.
Because she's holding my coffee because I have to hold the camera half the time.
We are so ready for and so caffeinated for Edmonton.
Oh yeah, we're good. We're good to go.
Yep.
We're not sheep though. There's always people. There's always a lineup of people always lining up to get on planes, but we're not sheep. We go last. Okay. What are those things?
They're granola bars.
Granola bars.
Hey, he's there. How are you managing without a gimbal?
So we finished setting up at the church. Elise, what's the plan?
We're going to the Airbnb, and then we are heading to dinner at Brian DeHaan's.
The real Brian DeHaan. The real Brian.
So why do we say the real Brian?
I guess that's opposed to the other Brian. Brian Grimm is apparently not a real Brian, but apparently Brian DeHaan is a real Brian. We don't know why.
I think it's because of the Y, actually, because Brian Grimm, I think, is with a Y, and Brian is with an I.
That's some good literature for you.
Come on in. All right, so we just had a great dinner at Brian DeHaan's, and look who I found. I found an Ed Hogerdijk.
Hey, how's it going, man?
So Ed,
I gotta look into the camera.
yeah, that's right. Ed's got his ARPA racing stripes on him, and
Color red.
he's ponying up
ARPA
for this tour.
Red is the color of aggression, apparently.
Oh.
But it has to be tempered
Yeah,
aggression. That's what I've been told.
I have one question for you. How's your feeling on this Alberta tour? How do you feel like it's going to go for you?
I think it's going to go well. We had really good attendance last year. Of course, this was because of the Bill 24 saga, so people were concerned about our schools and about accreditation, about funding, the safe, caring, inclusive schools policies that the schools had made did not sort of pass under the government. But the same ones that the schools made last year have passed under our new government. So that's really, really good news. So I think there's sort of more of a calm, but I'm still hoping that I can get people enthused about doing something about our family law, which is still not a good law. It's kind of like the stuff that was going on in our schools is now, or could be going on in our homes. So we want to make sure that we keep people up to date with what's going on with regards to Alberta's family law. So looking forward to it.
Sweet. We're all looking forward to it.
You bet.
And talking about the calm before the storm. We're going to storm our ARPA resource table and get educated. And as you know, no ARPA event is a good ARPA event without some rock star volunteers who help pull it off. Woohoo!
I serve as the Executive Director of ARPA Canada.
So it's the end of the first day of the fall tour in Alberta, and we have 3 different distinct people at different stages of life. We have a teacher from Parkland Emmanuel Christian School. We have Jenna from Parkland Emmanuel Christian School, but she's actually in the president of the ARPA club there. We have Brian, the board member for ARPA. So, do any of you have any reflections on how tonight went?
So for me, I think we're wondering about what the feedback would be from people in Alberta as things have quieted down a little bit here locally. However, we had a great turnout tonight. And I think we all learned a lot about Bill 22 and the definition of family, which people might have missed previously because of other issues that were ongoing. So kudos to the ARPA team again. They did a great job educating us and equipping us.
I think, yeah, as he mentioned, it was a great turnout, and I think we have a lot to take away that we can help our ARPA club learn from.
As a teacher at PICS next door, my favorite thing was just seeing the students come out and get involved, help out in the kitchen, volunteer, signing people in. Their enthusiasm just speaks to a great future for ARPA. I also appreciated the focus on family. I'm blessed with 5 daughters, a little outnumbered in the house, but the notion that the state could potentially insert itself into the relationship between me as a father and my daughters is concerning, to say the least. It's amazing to see the work that ARPA is doing on that front, that they're proactive, and it's a blessing to see that God is giving them results also with intervening in court and getting involved in these cases. So that's one thing that I really appreciated about tonight. Good night from Edmonton.
Good night from Edmonton.
Good night from Edmonton.